The reason for morality. What is good? Why should I be nice? Why should I value other people? These are all important questions, because if I can't answer them, then really, I have no reason to be good. In this short video, we will consider and compare the reasons for morality according to atheism, and then in a second video, I will discuss the reasons for morality in theism, that is, the belief that God exists. But before we go any further, let's define morality. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, we can define morality as the principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good and bad behavior. It's interesting to note that atheists and theists have similar moral values, even though their reasons for these values come from completely different sources. Let's take a closer look. We can ask ourselves, why is it wrong to commit murder? Here are some reasons an atheist may give. These reasons aren't in any particular order. The first reason one can give is complexity. That is to say that we shouldn't murder fellow human beings or commit any other crime against them, because human beings are the most superior form of life. They have a complex nervous system. But what's so special about that? A complex nervous system allows us to do maths and science, build spaceships, do poetry, fall in love, and do many other things that animals cannot do. If this is the reason for morality, then mentally disabled people who don't have the potential to perform these tasks must be less valuable than those who can perform such tasks. We would not have reason to give equal respect to these disadvantaged people. Therefore, complexity cannot be a good reason for behaving morally, since it does not give equal value to all human beings. So why do atheists treat these less complex people with respect and care? The second reason, reciprocal altruism. According to evolution, reciprocal altruism is the behavior in animals and humans where an individual does something nice for others with the hope that they will return the favor. Basically, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. The problem with this principle is that we wouldn't be nice to those who can't scratch our back. For example, we would not give to charity or for children in need, since they can't repay us. But we do all agree that the needy should be helped. Therefore, reciprocal altruism can't be our reason for doing good.
Reason 3. The conscience. The conscience is something that has interested all of us. How did we get it? Can it be trusted? Do animals also have it? The good thing about it is that even if we haven't been taught to follow a set of rules, we can still get a good idea of good and bad just by listening to the conscience. In fact, most people would say that their conscience is the main cause for them for behaving morally. The problem with this reason is that not everyone has the same conscience. One person's conscience allows him to beat his wife, but another's conscience does not. In some cultures, it's acceptable to marry 15-year-old girls with older men. The conscience allows that. Same with the Nazis. They felt they were doing good by killing innocent people. This subjectiveness is why the conscience cannot be a foolproof reason for morality. If everyone in the world followed their conscience, there would always be clashes between viewpoints. In conclusion,
we have considered some of the reasons for morality according to atheists, and we see that they have limitations. So, am I saying that if someone walks into a mental asylum and shoots the patients, an atheist would find that act acceptable? No, of course not. The problem with using complexity as a gauge for value is that it discriminates against less complex people. Atheists would strongly condemn such an act. But on what basis? An atheist will have to go beyond his own worldview because his reasons for morality contain loopholes. The problem with reciprocal altruism is that it provides no reason for charity. So why do so many atheists give to charity? Again, these atheists act outside of their moral limits in yet another situation, because their worldview conflicts with what they believe to be right. If the reason for morality is the conscience, then the limitation is that it's too subjective. And the result? Everyone makes their own rules. When different viewpoints come together, it leads to conflict. So the solution to this problem would be if everyone had the same conscience, morals, ethics, etc. Suppose if everyone in the world was an atheist, there would be no conflicts between different views because there would only be one worldview. But would that make the world a better place? No, not really. Because we still wouldn't have good reason to respect mentally disabled people or help the less fortunate. Whatever reasons for morality we have, if they are not based on an all-loving God, they will contain loopholes.